Hey, what's up? It's Lexi. I'm back today. I kind of really liked the last video, just kind of talking to you guys. I've already done my makeup, so I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to kind of talk. I got a lot of positive feedback from my last video, so I thought that I would do something of kind of like the same variety. So I wanted to talk about something kind of related, but not really. Essentially just kind of like finding your person. So not like a significant other or like anyone you think about like romantically or anything like that. And it could even be outside your family. Mine personally was outside my family. And sometimes I find that it's easier to talk to those people just because like you know that their opinion is unbiased and they're not trying to say something that like you want to hear. Like they're not going to skew what they're telling you because it's not what you want to hear. And that, like, I didn't realize how important that was. Like, I've had friends in the past who were like brutally honest and they would just say whatever in the world was on their mind. And you don't realize what a breath of fresh air that is until you don't have it anymore. And it's like, wait, who's like telling me the truth? Like, who's sugarcoating things because it's not what I want to hear? And I genuinely think that it's really important to have someone who's on your side, but isn't going to sugarcoat something because it may not be something that you want to hear per se. So I just kind of wanted to talk about like the importance of it and how important it has been in my life, and how it's helped with like dealing with things and things that are like really monumental in my life. So yeah, if you want to hear me talk about it, keep on watching. So let's dive on in. My intro got a little lengthy, but Lord, this one's gonna be like 20 minutes too. So yeah, no, I just kind of wanted to talk about just finding a person, a mentor, a somebody that's like on your side but isn't gonna sugarcoat anything, because it's so important. And I didn't really realize it, and I want to share my experiences with you guys and just kind of help you find your way, I guess. I don't know. And another thing that I didn't mention in my intro, I am like a firm believer in God, and that's a lot of like how I'm changing and like the person that I'm becoming. Like I'm really invested in growing my relationship with him, and I think that number one, it's changed me for the better. And I think just about anyone that knows me can attest to that. But if you're not into that kind of thing, I don't want to say don't watch my videos, but I don't know that you'll find them as enjoyable, I guess. If you've noticed, I have a verse at the beginning of all of my videos, and it's because that I want to spread the word and show that I'm not afraid to say that I believe in God and Jesus died for my sins. That doesn't bother me, and I think that it's really important that we have people who aren't afraid to do that. So here I am. But finding my mentor has a lot with beginning my relationship with Jesus Christ. So my person was just kind of someone who, like, it was just like, it really is was just a friendship. It wasn't anything more than that. Like, we would mess with each other, stuff like that. But when it came down to it, like, if there was something wrong, I couldn't lie about it. Like, I could be like, no, I'm fine. They'd be like, you're not, though. So what's going on? You need to tell me because you're an awful liar. But I think finding people like that for your life is like, I can't even tell you how important I think it is. And it helped me work through some things. Like, even just like not even like having to have a full-on conversation with them, just like, I understand that something's wrong with you, and I need you to know that number one, like, you're gonna be fine, and number two, like, you need to get over it. Like, you're being a baby about it, and like, you need to stop. And I don't know, like, and granted, those like weren't exact words. It was just kind of, some of it was implied and some of it, like, I mean, they actually would say, but I just think that it's so important to have someone to be like, look, you're being stupid. Like, you need to stop because you're being ridiculous right now. And that, like, the emotional, like, I can't say support, but really support, because it was what I needed to hear in the time being. And granted, if something was really worth, like, being upset about, like, they'd be like, oh, like, what's going on? Like, let's talk about it. And most of it would, like, the most monumental thing that this person has told me is let it go, give it to God, pray about it, and it's gonna be okay. Like, I remember the first time that they told me this, and I literally, I did it, but I, like, within seconds, like, my body just felt lighter. Like, it was just this burden that was weighing on me, and you don't realize how heavy an emotional burden is until you let it go. And it blew my mind, and I let it go, and I talked to God about it, and I prayed, and I was just like, I need your help. I need you to help me know what to do in this situation. I can't handle this without you. And I just, like, it wasn't even a day or two and a resolution to this. And, like, I don't know how in depth I want to go in this, but I was having, like, an argument, like, trouble, like, an argument with someone close to me, and, like, we're both, like, really hard-headed and stubborn, and neither one of us, like, wanted to say sorry, and that's how it is. But this person had texted me and was like, hey, like, I want to meet with you, after I had prayed and everything, like, after I had talked to God and let it go. And this person had texted me and was like, hey, I need to meet with you. I need to talk to you. I'm like, oh gosh, like, here we go. Just pray yourself, like, it's gonna be okay. So I had never experienced anything like this, and I guess you can kind of say this is my testimonial, because, like, this blew my mind. Like, I cannot even explain, like, how much this blew me away. So I, like, met with this person, and we sat down, and they were like, look, I don't know where it came from. Like, it just kind of hit me like an epiphany. Like, it hit me in the face. And I was like, what? Because they say, like, God works in mysterious ways, and the things that he puts in your head come to you. It's just, and the snap of a finger is like, it's there. And lots of times, like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts that he's the one that put it there. So I was like, okay, what? And we talked it out, but it just, like, I don't even have words. Like, it blew me away. And it's like, how amazing is that? Like, this person, and I will loop back to why it's so important, but, like, it just, how amazing is that? Like, I prayed about it, and it resolved. It's like, God is so good. He is so good. And it just, like, I don't even know. And the reason that is so important to, like, finding your person is my person helped me find God. Like, their relationship with him was one that I envied and I wanted. And I was like, I want this. And not even, like, a week after, like, I started going to church, and I started praying every day, and I started doing all these things, and I'd like to say that I started living my life a little bit better, at least. I I'm trying, and it's one of those things, like, I'm not going to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. Like, I'm still going to do things that aren't right and correct, and those of you who know me, like, know that I still mess up and I do things wrong, but it's the fact that I've accepted, like, Jesus, like, into my heart and all of that. So my mentor, my person, like, changed me and changed my life for the better in every sense of the word. And I'm eternally grateful for that. Like, there are no words. And I think that it's important to have someone in your life that, number one, is a good influence on your life, but two, is going to help you grow and find the person that you're supposed to be, and just kind of, like, not give you handouts, but just kind of a hand up when you need it. And just be there when your day is crap, just absolute crap, and they want to make it better. And granted, I am surrounded by so many wonderful people. Like, my life is full of just beautiful people, okay? And I'm so grateful, and I'm blessed to be able to say that I'm surrounded by that many wonderful people. But you don't really realize it, right? Until, like you're having those bad days. And I don't know, like, there are some people who, like, they're invested in you, but they're not really invested to the point where you're like, they ask you what's wrong and you say nothing. You're like, okay. You need to find your person who, when you say that, they know you're lying when you're lying. And when you're saying the truth, like, telling the truth, like, they know you're telling the truth. Like, you need to find someone who knows you almost better than you know yourself. Like, knows and can pick up on, like, your body language and the way that you're talking and things like that. Like, find those people, because they're so, so important. Like, I cannot even tell you. And, like, just, like I said, the positive influence on your life, maybe it's not God, okay? Maybe you have a relationship, or you have no desire to have a relationship, okay? That's not me. Okay, I do, and I think that everyone should, but if you don't, that's okay. Like, that's not my place to judge you. Everybody believes in something different, and it's fine. It's okay. But you need to find someone who helps you find what you want to believe in, and helps you find the person who you're meant to be and what you're supposed to do with your life, and helps you, like, sometimes just talk through difficult situations. Like, there are sometimes, like, I am just so stuck in this situation. Like, having that person to talk about it, like, even just talking about it, it helps you pull back and be like, okay, I was way too close. Like, I just needed to step back, look at it from a different light, and this is how I'm going to solve it. This is how I'm going to attack it. This is how we're going to go at it and resolve. Like, the importance, and I keep saying important, I should probably count how many times I say this, but the importance of this is just, it blows me away. And I've said that so many times too, but there are just nothing. There are no words. And it's just, I don't know. I think everyone should have someone like that in their life. And I think everyone should have someone whom they can turn to when it hits the fan. Really, like, it's gonna hit the fan at some point in your life. And it's gonna blow up in your face. Something, one thing or another, it will happen to you. I promise. Like, I'm sorry that, like, that's the truth, but it definitely is. And you just need someone there to just be like, look, dude, like, you're fine. It's gonna be okay. And, like, when my anxiety got really bad, I went to this person too, and I was like, look, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm not here mentally. And they'd be like, yeah, I know. I noticed that. But just, like, suggestions. Start working out again. Start doing this. Start doing that. Pray about it. And somehow everything comes back to him. And I really think that just about everything can be solved. Probably everything can be solved through him and through prayer and believing and listening and seeing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But this kind of got off track a little bit, but I think unknowingly when I started this video, I knew that's where it was going to go. And I knew that it's what needed to be said, because when you find your person can be God too. Because he's always there for you. And you never walk anything alone. And I think that it's important that people know that. So, yeah. So, thank you so much for watching. It kind of turned into a testimonial. I didn't really intend it that way when I started the video, but like I said, I think subconsciously I knew that's how it was going to go. So, thank you guys again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And you can message me on any one of my social media platforms. I'll be happy to talk to you about anything. Hint, hint. Have a beautiful day, and I hope you have a great week. See you guys.